we'd like to thank everyone for coming to discuss these important issues which affect the women of our city and our country. You will be hearing from organizers, speakers, and champions of the Women's March on Chicago. We ask that you hold all questions until the end. The incoming administration and president have promised an assault on women's rights. We are prepared to fight back. My name is Ann Schulhammer, this is Liz Radford and Jessica Scheller, and we are the organizers of the Women's March on Chicago. The Women's March of Chicago was born of an idea on the internet, which since blossomed into a regional movement. We are standing up with each other to connect and protect human rights. We are focused on building a multi-generational movement. We have a diverse platform for discussion of issues which marginalize women and their allies. We will be marching this Saturday, January 21st. The march is a grassroots effort. It's a collaborative effort of over 150 volunteers, most of which are first-time organizers. Most of us did not know each other in the beginning of this process. We reached out to each other and to our supporters and skeptics. The rally will begin on Jackson, just south of Petrillo, at 9:15 with live music. At 10 o'clock, our speakers will begin. At 11:15, we will begin the march. We will come to Federal Plaza, up around this building, and back down to Federal Plaza for a final rally cry. At that time, people will disperse to public transportation or back to the rally site, where they will join family and friends who are unable to make the march itself. The movement in Chicago began online in the days following the 2016 general election. We have a Facebook following of over 33,000. We have over 40,000 confirmed marchers for Saturday, an additional 20,000 people interested. So we know that this movement is going to have a large turnout. There are over 400 sister marches worldwide. We are part of the Women's March on Washington movement, and the Illinois delegation will be here to answer questions at the end.
Good afternoon, I'm Liz Radford. Thank you, Ann. I would like to talk about the heart and soul and substance of this march, following Ann's eloquent discussion of the logistics. I'd like to thank the women who have helped us organize. As Ann mentioned, a lot of us are new to organizing, new to the scene, and we reach out to women who have been fighting for years across diverse platforms for various causes, and they welcomed us, they joined us, they are our leaders, and they're helping us create a march that addresses real issues going on in the city of Chicago. Many of them are here with us today, and you'll hear from some of them. And Jessica is now going to talk about some of the speakers in here.
The advisors who helped us to prepare our slate of speakers are called the champions of this march. You'll be hearing from some of them today, but all of the speakers who were invited to speak at the rally on behalf of this movement were selected by this group of staid Chicago activists. The first speaker that we'd like to address, or the first slate of speakers, is a group that addresses an issue that is at the forefront of the social justice movement in Chicago. And we're pleased to announce that Aislinn Pulley, leader of Chicago Black Lives Matter, has confirmed that she will be speaking at our event this Saturday. She will be joined by Ronnie Patrick of Access Living, who will discuss issues as they pertain to disabilities. We will also be hearing from both today and at the rally Katie Thiede of the Planned Parenthood Illinois delegation, who will also be addressing you here today with some of their board members. Jackie Algie of SEIU is here to speak. She is one of our champions, and she will also be speaking at the rally. Other speakers at the rally will be Maria Pesquera, Shannon Lynn Parker, Jean Albright, and Fazia Mirza. These women represent a broad and diverse group of issues that affect Chicago women, including transgender rights, issues that affect Latino women, issues that affect women in the workplace, including service women, and many others. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to one of our champions, Dr. Cheryl Johnson-Owen.
There is an African proverb that says, little by little, the raindrops swell the river. And that, I think, is the motion of the women's marches, not only in this country, but around the world. I march because I am a citizen, and because as a citizen, I know it is my responsibility to shape the society in which I want to live. I do not want to live in a society that is racist, sexist, homophobic, or xenophobic. And I know from having been a long-term activist that the hard-won rights that we now have for all of the issues that I have named can go away if we do not continue to support them. So this march is a beginning rather than an end. This march is to galvanize women and our male allies to continue to struggle and to make certain that our hard-won rights stay. And now I'd like to introduce the Planned Parenthood representatives, Donna Miller and Katie Lee.
It's moments like these that I'm proudest to count myself among the Planned Parenthood family. As a board member for Planned Parenthood for the last 4 years, I have had the honor to see firsthand the incredible work Planned Parenthood does for all people. From annual exams to transgender hormone therapy, to abortions, to STD tests, Planned Parenthood provides care to anyone who needs it, no matter what. This march is just one moment in time, but it's a moment that will hopefully ignite a powerful message. Women are taking action and will continue to take action. We must be vigilant for our patients, the communities we serve, and all of our allies in this fight.
You have to tell us which of you is which.
I'm Donna Miller.
Thank you.
And I'm Katie Feedy. As Donna said, this march is a moment in time, and my hope is that this march will send a clear message to the extremists who are attempting to divide us. We won't stand by and let the new administration turn back the clocks on our rights. Planned Parenthood has always been resilient despite facing countless attacks during our 100-year history. And we will continue to fight because we know access to quality reproductive health care is a right, not a privilege and not a luxury. Saturday morning, millions of people will join across the country in solidarity. LGBT people, people of color, women, immigrants, people of all different faiths and economic backgrounds. We will come together to support each other and build on each other's energy to fight for all of our rights. I am proud to represent Planned Parenthood on Saturday and every day.
We would now invite up to the podium Jackie Algie of SEIU Healthcare Illinois.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Jackie Algie, the Vice President and Director of Community Relations for SEIU Healthcare Illinois. I'm proud to stand here today with my sisters and brothers as we prepare for an historic march, an event, and a movement that will begin beyond Saturday. Our union represents more than 90,000 child care, home care, nursing home, and hospital workers, the majority of whom are women, and many who are in low-wage situations. We know that the fight for union rights is the fight for women's rights. The fight for women's rights is critical for racial justice. SEIU Healthcare Illinois has been there almost from the beginning with the Women's March on Chicago, and we have been happy to lend our expertise in organizing to help make this event a success. I want to make clear to everyone how the event's organizers who spoke before me have bent over backwards to be inclusive when it comes to race, to age, to orientation, and to identity. The organizers have been upfront about their intentions and transparent in their process. Two traits that are to be admired and which are essential in the struggle ahead against Donald Trump, Paul Ryan, and here in Illinois against Governor Bruce Rump. The tent for this march is intentionally big because the fights ahead are large as well. Preserving child care, home health care, raising wages, protecting women in the disability community, and ensuring the overall dignity of women in the workplace and in the public square are just some of the many challenges we face, and the March Saturday should be seen as just the beginning. When I speak Saturday, I'm going to talk about my own experiences here in Chicago and beyond, and will provide some reflection, not just on how far we have come, but why we women, particularly women of color, have absolutely no intention of going backward under a Trump and Rump administration. Thank you.
At this time, we'll be hearing from Fazia Mirza, who will be the MC of the rally at the Women's March on Chicago this Saturday.
Hi, everybody. Hope you had nowhere else to be. So my name is Fazia Mirza, and why am I here? What organization do I represent? I think it's better just to say that I am Pakistani, I am Muslim, I am queer, I am a woman, I'm a citizen, I'm a Chicagoan, and I'm a human. And, I march because it matters. I march because of my intersectionality. I march because of all of these amazing people you see here behind you and the kind of work that they do. I march because you may not even know it yet, but it's going to matter for you at some point in your lives or somebody you care about. I march because it's our right to march. I march because we need to be heard, and I'm tired of other people speaking for me. I march because it's important to show up, to stand up, and be heard. And I hope to see you all there, because it's going to be an amazing time, an important time for all of us, our future, and our everyday lives. Thanks.
That concludes our prepared remarks. Some of our speakers are here to answer questions. If you have any questions from the group, please get up.
Do you think there would have been a march if Hillary Clinton had won?
Sure.
I think that's a great question. I think the election was certainly a galvanizing flashpoint. I would like to think there would still be a march based on some of the campaign rhetoric, but perhaps the movement would be smaller. Any other questions?
Is there anybody else that want to review too? What about those who say, just play devil's advocate here, it's time to come together, it's time to be the United States, not the divided states. What do you say to that?
Well, I think that this march here represents the United States of America. This represents every group that certainly exists, all of our great city. And I think the message of this march is that we are the United States of America, and we are going to stand for the things that our country was based on, and that we have all fought for in each of the areas in which we have become concerned. If what we heard in this election is there were concerns about jobs, why is the first thing that came out of this burgeoning administration is gutting ethics and an attempt to defund Planned Parenthood? If that's what this is really about. The people here are really all about jobs. They're all about jobs. They're all about health care. They're all about education. They're all about protecting our civil rights. And that's what America's for.
Is this properly viewed as an anti-Trump march?
This march is a march to bring women together, to connect, to protect our rights, and to activate in our communities, going forward to uphold our values, uphold human rights. That said, we open the forum for our marchers to protest, to demonstrate in the way they prefer to. And if that's political for some people, that's fine.
I have some questions about logistics of the march and the rally. So you mentioned that there's going to be a stage on Jackson Boulevard. Where exactly will that stage be?
So the stage will be on the east end of Jackson by Lakeshore Drive, facing west.
Okay. And you cross the street or?
It's about as close to Lakeshore Drive as you can get before you get hit by the car.
And are you guys planning an actual? Do you guys have a route in mind for when you march around the loop? Or?
Yes, so I can give you the details if you want to follow. It's also on our website if you want to go there. So basically, we will head west on Adams from Jackson, Michigan Avenue, Adams. At Adams, we'll go north on Dearborn. On Randolph, we'll go west. On Clark, we'll go south. So we make a loop around Federal Plaza twice. So marchers that cannot make the entire loop will stop at Federal Plaza on the way over so that they can stop there and wait for the people who want to go the entire route.
You're not marching by Trump Tower?
No, we are not marching by Trump. Logistically, I think we would lose a lot of people because it's a little too far, but this is not primarily an anti-Trump route.
That's not our purpose. But are you anticipating some counter protesting?
We absolutely are prepared for everything. We're working closely with the city and we're working with SIU Healthcare in Illinois. They've been training marshals at a furious pace. We have, I think, over 300 marshals. Again, most of those are first-time activists who want to step forward and do something, and they spend their evenings and weekends being trained as first-time marshals to really take care of these things.
We got a few questions. I did read on your frequently asked questions about whether men are invited to come and all that. Can you just address that for people who are wondering?
Absolutely, and we keep saying this over and over. Women and their allies. That's families, that's men, that's grandmothers, that's children, that's grown children. Everyone is invited to attend, and we welcome them.
Your name again, I didn't get it.
My name is Ann Schollhammer. S-C-H-O-L, like school with one O, H-A-M-E-R, like hammer with one N. I've done that a lot. No E, A-N.
For those that spoke, can you all spell your names for us so we spell them correctly?
Yeah, it's
Thank you.
Yeah, Liz L-I-Z, Bradford, R-A-D-F-O-R-D.
Jessica Scheller, S-C-H-E-L-L-E-R.
One more thing, I'm sorry, your organization that you're with.
Women's March on Chicago. Here.
Cheryl Johnson, C-H-E-R-Y-L-J-O-H-N-S-O-N-O-D-I-M.
Jackie, J-A-Q-U-I-E-A-L-G-E-E.
Donna Miller, D-O-N-N-A-M-I-L-L-E-R, with Planned Parenthood.
I know you all got mine right already, so this is repetitive. F as in Frank, A-W-Z-I-A, M-I-R-Z-A.
Katie Feedy, K-A-T-I-E-T-H-I-E-D-E, with Planned Parenthood of Illinois.
I would also like to point out that we do have a delegate from the Women's March on Washington, Illinois delegation, if anyone has any questions for her.
Can you talk about how the two organizations have been working together?
And of course, tell us your name and stuff.
Hi, my name is Lenny Vanna Hoppenworth, L-E-N-I-M-A-N-A-A-H-O-P-P-E-N-W-O-R-T-H. And I am one of 6 of the Illinois chapter of Women's March on Washington.
So, is this more of a statement about current state affairs or more of an organizing tool? Like, what's the outcome after the march? What's next?
We are hoping that this event and all the sister marches associated with it, including the Women's March in Chicago, will act as a kickoff party to what is to come in the future. This is an act of solidarity for all of us to come together and to make a bold statement for the new administration.
Thank you.